that's about it.
Yeah, I love overdrive in this game mode. Big thing too is how it's been used as well in respawns, but Ricky does go with the striker yet again.
Okay,
Trophy drone favors it just too much. And on Retaliation, if you're pushing towards that bottom arch site, having a trophy drone to absorb one of those lethal grenades can be very, very useful.
Have you seen a play actually made though with the payload yet? I haven't, like in S&D that is.
Oh no.
Like you get a plant down, you drop it, and then something crazy. No. I've yet to see that. I mean, maybe this will be the match.
No, maybe. It's taken a while though, folks. It's game 2 of your grand finals. Rise Nation going up against Cloud9. Rise continue to look hot. They're 2 maps away from being crowned your CWL Vegas Open champions, and they're going to start from the offensive side of things in map number 2.
I feel like I have to, at least for now, go over to Vicento, just because he's been the hot hand. Let's see what he can do in the opening round, as he's going to look to take control of Patio. You know, important that position is on the map, and as soon as I talk about its importance, he dips out.
And I love these mind games being played by Cloud9. They don't actually show any setup towards this bottom B site, and it makes the boys on Rise Nation panic. They send 2 back to their spawn right away. Vicento alongside Aqua. Assault holding that top broken window. He'll strike first blood onto the MVP here, Vicento. As now Cloud9 have the number advantage on this first defensive round.
Well, Felony, I mean, he's got to get the call. There's some in there. He finds one, cannot get the second, though. It's not going to be Looney and Aqua trying to hold off on the defense, as the defuse will be tried here for Lacefield and Ricky.
That is the round opening kill right there by Aqua. Shutting down Aches as he goes towards top patio. Ricky, though, does find the engagement. 1 versus 2 scenario. Looney just going to try to play this one passively. See exactly if he can spot these enemies. Hasn't been seen as of yet. Yes, he is. Nice challenge by Cloud9. As they take round number 1, a perfect bait scenario in that top bedroom broken area.
I thought he was being very sneaky, but unfortunately he gets sniffed out here from Cloud9, and they are going to come alive. We've seen them come back in so many series, pushing everyone the distance to the game 5. It has to happen here. You got to think if they lose this search and destroy, that's going to be all she wrote. The wall bang, or tarp bang, or whatever that is, coming through as they pick it up, and Cloud9, that's big. Getting that first round win after losing that game 1 hard.
I mean, I argue if Aqua winds up staying alive in that scenario, I don't see actually how they lose that round. He was so far away that they just wouldn't have had time to find him. Either way, though, it is Ricky who converts that one into a W alongside Lacefield, and again, they're going to get aggressive right towards this one site. And look at your minimap, Rise. They're always trying to get crafty in this game mode, and there's no difference here in the grand final.
Well, I'm leaving this up for a moment just so you guys can see the flank begin to develop, and that makes me want to hop over to Looney, because as he comes through, well, actually, let's go to Lacefield's point of view on the offense, because this is a pretty key spot that we see for players that are watching the flank.
Yep.
You can see how nice this can be for being able to see your peripheral, and then also see through the crack here. And did he get spotted?
I do believe he's got eyes on one. Yeah, he definitely has reacted to him. Does he get the first blood, though? Doesn't appear so as of yet. Objective still has not been planted, so 45 seconds ticking down. It's key that Aqua does not die in back market, or else this Cloud9 team could push right on through.
Well, I kind of wonder if they were going to attempt to push through. But here, let's look at Felony's point of view. Well, I was going to try and go over to Felony just to see if he was going to get eyes on anybody there from the mid patio, but he does get cut down. Now Looney's peeking out. It's going to be him and Aqua trying to make a play. He's tagged up almost immediately, does back down. Let's go over to Aqua's point of view. Pushed in for Mark. You talked about how key he could be in this one. Not able to get it done, but does find 1 kill. But now it's going to be a 1 versus 3, and it's all going to be falling on Looney here.
Looney rotating back towards his side of the map. Makes it a 1 versus 2. 30 seconds left. Bomb still planted down at B, so he's got to figure out how he wants to go for this defuse, and he needs to move quick. Both Aches and Ricky near each other to where they can play the trade. I just don't see how this is possible for Looney. This is where now Cloud9, you want to begin to spread out a little bit more. Make it so that there's no 2-piece opportunity, as Looney has to move quick. No shot it's going to happen. 10 seconds left. This one is done. Cloud9 now up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean,
they continue to roll.
Those situations, I know you want to check your corners, you want to play smart, but you almost just have to fly. You got to go when you have under 30 seconds in a 1v2 scenario. You have to just try and fly, get lucky, make a play, put yourself in a tough 1v1. Looney, he didn't really give himself too much of a chance there, but it wasn't an easy situation whatsoever. But this time they are going to be back to offense. Who do you want to go on with now on the Rise Nation side?
I want to watch Aqua, because so far he's been the one that's trying to compete against the ARs of Ricky, of Assault. And he's got his hands full. It's no secret there that this is a very talented AR team on Cloud9. What exactly does he do this time around? Playing more passively, watching that flank. And again, Cloud9 continue to not put pressure on the arch side. They'd rather play the bait inside Hotel and force Rise Nation to make a mistake.
Well, let's see if Retaliation figures this out, because you can see this is back-to-back defensive rounds where they have 2 players stacked up inside a bedroom. Felony should have realized what was going on when he died. I think he got vision on both last time.
Well, Cloud9, they're playing this so perfectly because there is a car right next to that B site, and they're waiting to throw their grenade to blow it up when they see someone cross to the site because they're playing top bedroom. 3 first bloods now for Aches and crew. They're just picking apart Rise Nation. Look, Rise don't even know where they are on the map. You've got Vicento looking towards curve. There's nobody there. You've got Aqua, who's worried about someone being in his close tree area. Nobody's there. And then Looney watching back market. You can see in the mini-map, there's nobody in sight. These guys are so lost and have no information on where to expect their opponent.
It's almost like Cloud9's playing so passive that it's resulting in Rise Nation kind of overthinking things.
Yeah.
And now we're coming down to 15 seconds. If he can get this kill, Vicento will give his side a chance. He does eventually find it. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 2, but you just have 10 seconds. The bomb has not been planted. I don't think you really have any options here. Can he get to it in time?
No,
check.
I don't even know if he did. It's going down. It's going to be very, very close.
Nope.
Yeah, no. Doesn't even get there in time. So look at the mind games being played, man. Rise Nation do not even know what to do in these scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 is basically saying, okay, the pressure's on you. Bring the action to us, because we're going to be chilling.
Those players were inside the bedroom from 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the game to 0 seconds left in the round. They didn't even move. It was just never even cleared out by Rise. And it winds up working out there. Ricky with the quick nade towards bottom arch. And because Cloud9 have top patio, that's going to be a free first blood every single time, picking apart their opponents right now, as you need Rise to change something up, and they need to change it quick.
Well, I thought Aches was going to have an engagement here, but it might be, going to Assault coming up next as he ends up pushing down this A street. There's one inside curb to his left. He's aware there's probably somebody home. Wins the gunfight. Assault with a headshot there on Vicento. It's now going to be down to Felony and Aqua. You see bomb planted at A. Let's go over to the 2v4 side of this approach. Felony trying to find action behind the car. It's actually Aqua that's going to be able to open up. They find a second. All of a sudden, this is a 2v2. Pushing forward behind the van. They're able to find the 2v4 now coming alive. Let's go to Aches' POV as he has to clutch up. 1v2. 25 seconds and he's down. How do you let that happen?
It's beautifully played by Felony. I mean, the guy saw the first player at the close car. We were watching from his perspective as he called it out to Aqua. Once he gets that help, he doesn't play passive. They charge up the street. They catch one player in midair. He knew the other one was on the close van. And then H is sitting in the most, well, obvious corner. Look, Felony, he just knows. Yeah, okay, there he is. Boom. Easy reads. It could be more of an obvious play in that 1v2.
It's crucial for a couple of reasons. One, you get the round win, obviously, but then he's your camo player. You know how important it is for your camo player to go off. We've seen how many rounds it can change, and this puts him at 4 and 3, and look how much closer he is. 3 plus the defuse. He was nowhere close. He was probably a quarter of the way into this.
Not only does he stop the streaks, too, of Cloud9 that were being earned, the guy now also has a scarab of his own if he can get one more kill. So a small momentum swing, but overall, Cloud9 still outplaying their opponents for the majority of this map, as they're going to look to play passively again, not charging out through bottom arches. The difference this time, the objective should go down here by Looney.
I feel like we haven't really seen a team play defense like this, at least consistently, like doing it every round. If it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Set the spot at 1, though.
And because there's nobody inside bedroom this time, Rise Nation actually are able to penetrate the setup. They get a player inside the top bedroom area, 3v2 advantage. This is all the signs of it being a Rise Nation round, unless there's some sort of collapse. And no, it's not going to happen. Lacefield 1v3.
Lacefield 1v3. If he could have found that one, maybe there's some sort of hope for them, but no. Rise come fighting back in this. The one ray of hope, I suppose, for C9, and this is that you didn't. I don't think he got the scarab. I don't think he's working towards streaks. You know, you get everybody dropped. You get Felony dropped, so that stops any sort of build and momentum there. But
one thing I do want to point out
back quickly
this weekend on Scorch, Rise Nation 100% win percentage. On this map, they're feeling very, very confident. On Retaliation, but I'm pointing out some of the notes on them. Retaliation, 100% win percentage as well for Rise Nation. So this is a map that they're not used to being down in. 3v3 now the numbers as play continues to develop. Lacefield with a quick 2-piece to bring the number advantage over to Cloud9 as he gets 3. And do people just not care that he's sitting top patio?
Let's stick with him for now. Let's see if he can get the ace. It's just going to be Aqua now to deal with him. It'll be the 1v3 for Aqua, or possibly the ace here for Lacefield. And the gunfight's going to go down now. He peeks in, tries to turn, not able to get it done. So let's go over to Aqua now. 1v2, 50 seconds up. Bomb still not planted, but I believe we're in process of that now. Yep, so going to get going. And now let's check out Aqua. Now, interesting enough, see, if he doesn't have overdrive, you think he gets one kill. If that's camo or reactive, he's got a pretty good chance to clutch this up.
Yeah, this time a little bit different though, as he's going to take the long route. Still rotating towards this new site. 30 seconds remaining. Aqua leading his team right now alongside Felony at 5 kills. He's got to check every corner too, and he does have actually the time to work with. That's all the information he needs. He knows where 2 players are, so he's going to try to play this first engagement. Both players just bait and switching themselves. They know he's got an NV4 too, so he can't just charge forward. Cloud9, they're just messing with him at this point. Turns back around, burns the overdrive too. Not the right call. A panic scenario there for Aqua as he goes ahead and burns his payload.
I guess he thinks if the player challenges this, he can kind of use that AW dash, you know, that movement there to get away with the overdrive, and then with the overdrive, enough time to bounce back to the bomb really quick.
Yeah, but
I mean, I see the line of thinking, but that would have been insane clutch if it worked.
It would have. It would have. I think it's a little bit of a difference when you're using that when there's 10 seconds remaining versus maybe using that when there's 15. Then he knows the player was out that outer wall run. He could try to chase him down. There, though, not the story. Cloud9 stop the bleeding, and they retake a 2-round lead in this game as, again, they send nobody through that bottom arch side. They give up the B site as they're just way more confident in playing for a retake.
But the flank comes in quickly, and that is Aches pushing in through their back curb and picking one up. They were not prepared for that at all, because to be frank, we haven't seen it at all. As much as we were talking about Cloud9's consistency with how they were actually holding inside a bedroom, they haven't flanked at all. They just weren't ready. What's
been the magic for Rise Nation so far this weekend is their ability to read situations and just not get caught off guard. And so far this entire map, it seems like they're just not paying attention to the flank. They're easily being broken down in the setups that they have, and it's just uncharacteristic of the team that got to this point in the grand finals. First challenge comes in. Aqua still playing the corner, gets out with his life as well. This should not be happening.
Did he not call him out in that corner?
He walks left. Aqua wins the 1v2. He's in the corner. Where else did he go?
Yeah, well, you saw him from patio. Did you not tell your teammate flying at a bike like Aladdin that he was sitting in the corner?
Like Aladdin?
Yeah, the magic carpet dude, Soren.
Okay, well, you know, I'll give you that one. He did kind of look like that. He checked every corner but the close one. And that's a choke, in my opinion, if you're Cloud9. An opportunity now for Rise Nation to strike as they're within 1 round yet again, and they have defense. Payloads, none available for either team. You can see Lacefield, if he does get a kill, he will have that reactive armor, though, which could be a beautiful tool to swing around in his team's favor.
Now we saw around, I think, I want to
very
say
similar.
Maybe their first round that we saw come in from Rise Nation, now similar to what we saw from Cloud9. Let's see how it bodes for them. You still see the number 4 in your minimap. That's Aqua going to be holding way top marquee on for that position to be. The flank does come in. That's Looney able to take it. Might be able to tie it up in this series behind the first blood, but I don't think he's ready for this. You have Vicento set up back by Broken.
They need Vicento to catch up with the pace of his teammate. He's going to go all the way around towards the back, and this is a perfect read by Vicento. The guy's been lights out. He's got to call it out to his teammate. No assist getting.
And he dies.
How does Looney die to that player?
I don't know. You got to think with the call out coming in, you're able to pull this off. But now a possible clutch, maybe a 1v3 here for Aches. He has rewind to work with. He's got to know where Vicento's coming from. His teammate would have called it out there by Broken. And now with 15 seconds, Patrick Price just has to hold on. He doesn't check the corner. There it is for Patrick.
Apparently, teams just decided to throw away the last 2 S&D rounds because they just look clueless right there. Aches beautifully done. Well, Vicento thinks he checks the corner.
Exactly. Let's say you see him kind of jiggle peek like he does check it there. Just doesn't get enough of that corner. He's tucked away too strong. There have been some odd rounds though, right? Or odd conclusions to rounds?
Especially the last 2. They just give that one up for free to Aches, and this is where you begin to call into question nerves in this final. These are the guys that have gotten second so many darn times that they're making uncharacteristic plays right there. The second player goes soaring out of top bedroom window when there's nobody close for a trade. If they play it more passively, they win that round. Another first blood here for Ricky. Thankfully, Looney's there to lend a helping hand. 1 minute remaining on this side as Assault picks up another kill.
And you got to think about reactive armor here. I mean, this is your last round to really make a play. He's able to find one, tie this up now at 2-2. So Looney has that work with. Lacefield, if he finds a kill, will then also have it.
This is what's worked so well for Cloud9 earlier in this map. Just go ahead, sit inside bedroom, and wait for your opponents to make something happen. Looney decides he will be the one to initiate that action. Plants the objective, has himself that reactive armor. As Aqua does see 2 crossing. Looney, he should use this payload. You've got to force the rounds to go on. He does pop it. Woo! It was a little bit closer than you would have wanted to see.
Shaky.
I could see your reaction there. Like, okay. Not as clean as you would have wanted, but either way, we will see around 10.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a 2v2, you have bomb planted. Could you have maybe won that without it? Sure, but get the round. Secure the round and move forward. But remember, on the other side, Lacefield just a kill away from hopping into his reactive as well. That is my key to probably close this one out, and that's who I'm going to watch. If he can get anything going here to fire off this reactive, he might be able to shut it down. You do still have rewind available on Vicento, and actually this could be clutch too. Look how close Felony is to that camo.
Yeah, but if he gets first blooded, that's a tool not to have. Aqua opens it up. Number advantage now to Rise, and look at Cloud9. They're just sprinting back on the map. They know they have no positioning. And look at your mini-map. Vicento, the MVP, playing a sneaky beaver role, making Puckett very, very proud as he's looking to further put his team at an advantage here. He's checking literally every single corner to a point where it might backfire. There you go. Free one in front of him, 4v2. Rise about to force the round 11, unless somehow they can clutch a 2v4.
And now as we switch over to Lacefield, since he's able to pick up some points, he is going to find the reactive armor. Does he decide to maybe close it out here or save it for a round 11 is the question. You see bunched up right now. You've got the side of Rise Nation. They're really doing a good job playing together.
I think this timing's going to work out for them. If they keep rotating at this pace, they should be able to spot him mid-objective focus. There's one. There is two. There it is. Round 11.
Ah, that was stressful, right?
Yeah, but Rise Nation, again, once you get the number advantage, the best thing you can do in Search and Destroy, stay active. They do just that. And not only will, I believe, earn the camo, but potentially a second payload as well. Round 11, S&D wins championships. This is for Rise to go up 2-0 in your grand finals, or for Cloud9 to tie it up. And yes, they not only earn a second payload, but a third as well. So many tools to work with. And again, Lacefield does not use his reactive armor. You've got to use this to open this round. You cannot die if you're Felony.
Well, the problem is he's got to get some points here to actually activate it. As Lacefield just under. Now, as he's jammed up, not going to be able to use camo. Here it goes. He wants to use, trying to make a play, but look at the minimap. Look at the minimap. They're all rotating back. This might end up being burned unless he can find this one kill.
He's got to go quick.
Oh, he has to fly at him. He doesn't see him yet. Give him one kill with it, surely. Felony able to pick it up, and there he turns. Tags up a second, but can't close the kill. 4v3, make it a 3v3. Aqua uses overdrive to get back to the action. Now there's 2 players left. It's Lacefield with reactive armor. Coming in from behind, he's able to get it. Now it's going to be a 2v2. Vicento and Aqua going up against Lacefield and Assault. Assault almost got this camo.
Oh my God, he's playing at the perfect angle. Gets the kill, but it's traded immediately. Vicento and Lacefield, the 2 superstars of these teams this weekend. Time ticking down. Vicento does have to check this objective. How does Lacefield play? He's looking for the kill. Vicento spots him! Rise Nation win the map, and they're now 1 game away from being crowned your CWL Vegas Open champion.